Alabama executed a death row inmate using nitrogen gas Thursday, marking the first time a convict was put to death in the U.S. using a method critics have called experimental, inhumane and a potential breach of international conventions against torture. Smith had remained on death for over 30 years after being convicted for his involvement in a murder for hire plot targeting Elizabeth Dorlene Sennett in 1988. Sennett, who was a pastor's wife, was beaten and stabbed to death at her home in Colbert County, Alabama. Smith confessed to his involvement in the murder and was paid $1,000 for it. He survived an earlier execution attempt by lethal injection in November 2022. The botched execution attempt saw Smith being jabbed multiple times, causing him extreme pain. After failing to proceed with the lethal injection route, Alabama officials decided to execute Smith using the nitrogen gas method. Earlier this month, a federal judge ruled Alabama would be allowed to proceed with the execution via nitrogen. On Wednesday, Smith's appeal to delay the execution was rejected by the Supreme Court, and a day later the top court also rejected his request for a stay on the execution, with 3 justices dissenting. Lee Hedgepeth, one of the reporters who witnessed the execution, told the New York Times, "This was the 5th execution that I've witnessed in Alabama, and I have never seen such a violent reaction to an execution." Having failed to kill Smith on its first attempt, Alabama has selected him as its guinea pig to test a method of execution never attempted before, Supreme Court Justice Sonya Sotomayor said in her dissenting opinion on Thursday's ruling. Judge rules Alabama can carry out nation's first execution via nitrogen gas. Forbes, U.S. should halt first planned execution by nitrogen gas, UN experts say, Forbes.